Most adults know full well that trespassing on the railway is illegal and dangerous. But children may not always understand signs like this one. And there are no other obvious clues that some railway lines constantly carry electricity 3 times more powerful than the supply at home and more than enough to kill you. Barry Smith was 3.5 when he strayed onto the railway near his home near Croydon. Now, some people may be upset at our reconstruction of what happened to Barry, but he was one of the lucky ones. He lived to tell the tale. It's a tale both he and his mother wanted us to tell, as a warning to others that the railway isn't a playground.
Being told exactly what had happened was numbing. I couldn't take it in.
The electric rail is like an animal in a cage. It will kill.
I was going to work and I took Barry, as usual, to the childminder.
I'll see you later. Bye.
I've been a driver on British Rail for 42 years. We moved into this flat overlooking the railway line, and the children play on the green and they're always over the fence. The electric rail, you should be miles away from it. Don't get anywhere near it.
Hello, let's go and get some blackberries. We're not allowed to go in there. Come on.
But the children ignored Gordon's constant warnings.
Come on, Barry, are you coming with us?
And on that day, 3-year-old Barry followed them through the fence. As they got closer to the electric rail, a train was coming down the track.
Hello, Mum. Everything all right?
Well, no, because it's
I looked across the track and I saw a little bit of rag look like on the line, and then there was a puff of smoke. I knew something was in touch with the rail.
My God, it's a child. Ring British Rail. Get them to switch off the power. Then get on to the police and an ambulance. Hurry.
In my time, I've shifted several bodies off the electric rail, and this one, being a small child, upset me more than anything or anybody can tell. I just flew across that grass. When I got to the fence, I see this little child, and I thought, he should be dead. He should be dead. I just thought, well, there's no way can I touch him. No way. How am I going to get him off?
If he touched Barry, Gordon would get a shock from the electricity running through Barry's body.
And suddenly I spotted this piece of wood. I thought, just right. God, we've only got one chance, please. And I snatched him and turned him over and laid him beside the track.
It was only then that Gordon realised that a train was coming. He didn't stop to think of the risk to himself, only saving Barry.
I just prayed that he'd stop, and he stopped about 15 feet from us.
Use a short circuit bar to blow out the substation fuse.
Right.
Make the electric rail line then.
The circuit hadn't been broken, so everything was still alive. And it only needs a fraction of a touch. You can be severely burnt or even killed.
Won't be long now.
I've never seen any injuries like it. But he was still conscious, crying for his mum.
Right, bar going down, look away!
The driver tried to make the electric rail safe by using a short-circuit conductor.
Look away!
This ought to blow the substation fuse and stop all the electricity running through the rail. But they weren't sure that it had worked and had to assume that it
I'm
hadn't.
not sure if we've got it. We'll have to treat it as live.
Right.
Once again, Gordon risked his life, this time by crossing a line which could be live.
Yeah, lads. Take it easy. Where's the ambulance?
The ambulance is not here. We're taking.
All right, but look after him because he's pretty bad.
Barry was taken to the Queen Victoria Hospital in East Grinstead.
He seemed very, very frail. He was covered up, so I didn't see at that point just what his injuries were. It just sort of his face, and it just sort of held his hand. That's all. He looked so small then.
The first thing we did was take him to our treatment room and inspect his injuries. And as I suspected, he had 3 very deep burns. The first one was on the elbow, the second on his leg, and the third on his abdomen. The reason I wanted to see you today was because at the time, sort of a week had gone, it was obvious that the wound on his elbow, the nerve was destroyed, and in his leg, the actual bone had been burnt through. And so we came to this rather frightful decision that he really did need an amputation of that left leg.
It took us a long time to make the decision how we were going to tell him. It wasn't easy, but it was the way he accepted it that I find it quite touching.
We decided we would actually steal from his amputated leg that he couldn't use again the nerve that was running down through it, and use that nerve from the leg that was useless to repair his elbow.
I thought, please let him be all right. Let him be all right. Over and over again.
Seeing Barry so many years later, it was just a great joy to me. Even his mother said he needs several legs a year because he gets through them so fast. In other words, he's really using them. I looked straight at his hand and was overjoyed to see he had completely normal function. So I was very, very happy.
I'm very proud of Barry, how he manages to cope, and I often think that I don't think I would cope as well as he did.
People say to me, well, you shouldn't have been so stupid, you shouldn't go on the train line then, should you? And I said, I was only 3, I wasn't as old as I am now. And I just said that I was going to have my leg amputated, and I think I started crying, but then they said, oh, you're not going to be awake, you're going to be asleep. So that made me feel a bit better. Don't play on the train lines because you might die or something, but you might not be as lucky as me. I could have been dead if Gordon wasn't there to save me.
Since this accident, I never went back. I couldn't face the railway no more. Why? I've given my life to it, and now it's taken it away. I'm frightened of electric trains. I keep thinking of myself, try, go on, try. But the memory don't go away.
I would like to help him come over his feeling, try and take him on a train.
It'd be nice to have a go and see him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've been longing for years to see him. He couldn't have got down the stairs of those flats
And you don't get no trouble.
quicker than if he'd got 2 good legs, and he'd come across that grass like a ground and leaped into my arms, and I felt proud.
I didn't think he was going to come up, but then I just held his hand, and then he asked the driver to start to go, and then we went. I just felt really good.
It really made my day to think, at last, I've been able to get on a train of some sort.
You with me? I've done it.
Barry certainly owes his life to Gordon. The railway line's not a place you can have an accident and expect to survive. Around 250 people a year are killed, far more than those who escape with their injuries. Most of the victims are in fact over 16 and are hit by trains. So if you're ever tempted to take a shortcut across any working line, don't. An express train travels at 125 miles an hour, and the driver can't stop quickly or swerve to avoid you. You may think that you'll see or hear it in time to get out of the way, but many people have taken that gamble and lost.